What role does propaganda play in the manipulation of a people? I think that it's safe to say for any student of history that propaganda, and that may be truth or it may be lies or it may be a mixture of the two, but that the promotion of knowledge is critical to where a people group, a nation, a state, an area is going, what the people want, what they are demanding. As the crisis with Brian Williams and NBC's credibility continues to unfold, and I know that there's a lot of people out there that are laughing with a smug laughter, and probably it's deservedly so, I want to look at that and look at things that are happening in our country from a little bit different perspective. Perhaps you've seen the movie, I don't remember the title of it, but it was with Ben Stiller, who played a Jewish rabbi, and Edward Norton, who played a Catholic priest. I can't remember the name. Anyway, one of them was on a date. They were actually on a date with a reporter for one of the major networks, and word came in on her pager that a major Muslim leader from a major Muslim country was assassinated. And that meant that she had to rush to the network to get in the chair to read the news. And as she's getting up, Ben Stiller said, "Wow, that's incredible. Does that help the United States or hurt us? Does it help or hurt?" And she looked at him and she looked down like, "I don't even know." She said, "Okay, well, I don't ask him. I've got to hurry." She didn't know. She didn't maybe think it was her business to know. Maybe she didn't have the intellectual wherewithal to understand it. In the trivium, you have grammar, logic, and rhetoric. In biblical terms, you have knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Knowing the facts is important, but that does not give you an understanding of what's actually happening around those facts, and it certainly doesn't guarantee that you'll have the wisdom to know what to do. So, as we watch Brian Williams, I think of this girl who said, "I don't know if it helps us or hurts us." A lot of these reporters, and I've been interviewed by many of them, they're pretty faces. They're Ken dolls. They're Ken and Barbie dolls. Not all of them. There are some good, well-read people in the media. But if you go to journalism school, if you go to Columbia, if you go to some of the journalist schools at the major universities, they're not teaching you history. They're not teaching philosophy. They're teaching about bit rates and frames per second and single shot and over-the-shoulder shot and a double shot and a two-camera shot and a three-camera shot and how to make a one-camera shot look like a two-camera shot. They're teaching often the mechanics of journalism. Yes, they'll probably have an ethics class in there about A, B, A, B, A, B, C, so that you cover both sides honestly and with integrity. But, and by the way, maybe Brian Williams didn't go to that ethics class, or maybe he just forgot what his professor told him. The point is that some of these attractive, articulate people that you see on television or who are recording news for the radio, they are just that. They're physically attractive, they're verbally articulate, and it may end there. We oftentimes mistake the ability to speak well, the ability to be a good orator, with being someone who is wise or someone whose understanding is sound. And it's simply not true. All right? That's one of the biggest lessons, in my opinion, that we can teach our children and our grandchildren. Just because someone's on television, just because they look nice or they sound intelligent, that doesn't mean that they're a good person. it doesn't mean that they have a clue what's really going on. Don't go away, I've got more to talk about.
You have two choices. I mean, you can try to raise your children by design, or you will raise them by default. There are no perfect parents. We're going to get it wrong sometimes. If we have a plan, we've got a better chance of getting it right in the long run.
There is something deep within the heart of every human being that longs for parental acceptance and approval. When does a boy become a man?
Get a group of guys around and ask them that question.
I don't think there's a certain age. Some men stay boys their whole life.
I would say, 16, 18 years old.
Wow, that's a good question.
When they get bar mitzvah.
Well, I think when he has a child. So I just became at 56, 56 years old.
Without the power of the Holy Spirit changing us and giving us power over our sin, we can't hope to be the dads that our kids need us to be.
We have put together what we call an online university for you. Now that's a highfalutin way of saying that we have a pretty significant library of material, books, tapes, videos that are there for you for free. Why are we doing this? Because America is desperate for new leaders, and because this material could help you to become the leader that you and God want you to be. Check it out and enjoy it.